Let's not forget that bizarre appearance by comedian Stephen Colbert on Capitol Hill last Friday. People were left wondering why Colbert was called as an expert witness on illegal immigration. Fox News contributor Ellis Henican joins the company. Ellis, good to see you.
Good morning, sir. Nice to be here.
And now, I know you're on the left. Okay.
Okay.
You're not going to contradict me on that.
I'm an open-minded guy, but no, I'm a progressive guy. Sure.
So the Democrats in Congress have time to invite a comedian to talk about illegal immigration, but they don't have time to set the pattern for our taxes for the next year. I think you took a black eye on that one.
Well, let's take these one at a time. Okay.
No,
First of all,
they're linked.
The Colbert thing didn't work out that well.
Oh, you agree with that?
You don't want to be a straight man. In the same way that when I'm with you, I get forced into that role of just saying, hey, good point, Stuart. You don't want to be the straight man.
What?
And they look like the straight man. Right?
It was a failure. It looked like farce. It cost an enormous amount of money. Congress looked ridiculous.
Right.
And they looked bad because they were not debating the real issue of the day, which is taxes going forward.
Listen. Their job is politics. His job is funny. He won. They lost. It's not that much more.
No,
I don't know.
He's funny.
No,
they
Ellis,
lost.
I think they both lost.
We lost.
America
We
lost.
paid for it.
Listen,
Yes, and you made a mockery of the system. And to Stuart's point, listen, Congress has been sitting around. In 2009, 70 tax breaks expired, and we don't know what's happening. We have middle class. They're calling them the middle class tax cuts now. Coming up in 2010, nobody's talking about it. We have an AMT patch that didn't happen. We have a state tax that's non-existent. What the heck are they doing?
Okay, but listen, chill out a second.
No.
These are politicians. This is the stuff they do. They sit around, they hold hearings, they scratch themselves.
They're Democrats.
It is not. No, you know what? The Republicans are the same way. Come on.
This is the thing. Tracy, we didn't lose, we won. Because we didn't lose, we won. Because this goes on all the time, and this is another instance. This is a big enough instance where we all said, look, you see, this continues to happen, and it's embarrassing and needs to change.
Where does this get us?
If I came up with a list of 1,000 things that are wrong with Washington, this would probably be 1,001.
Are you going to tell our audience? Are you going to tell our audience that if we extend tax cuts for the rich, it's going to cost $700 billion? Are you going to say that?
Well, it's going to cost money, a lot of money.
Is it going to
money's
cost
going to come
$700
from
billion?
somewhere. Listen, I'm going to
Shall I
bow
tell
to
you why
you.
you're wrong?
I'm going to bow to you on the precise dollar, but I understand the principle.
I disagree with you.
Which is that tax cuts are the same thing as money. And don't forget that.
No.
Don't forget that.
Go ahead, Chuck.
I don't. This is what blows my mind. The money the government isn't giving them. Person earns the money.
Yeah.
What does it have to do with the government? The government's not giving up anything. For me to earn money, so you're telling me that I should be so thankful to the government to let me keep some of the money that I earn.
So that is a great argument for having no taxes. I'd love to have no taxes. It's all my money.
No.
But we want
It's
stuff.
not either all or none. It's not either all or none.
Sure. And so let's make
Yeah,
sure
we want stuff, but we also want to stop spending. We don't want stuff like the farce we saw when we bring in a comedian to do some gibberish in front of the country.
So
there are ways we can cut down the spending.
Can I just get in for 1 second?
Charles is right about that part, by the way.
You're telling us that if you raise taxes on the rich, you bring in $700 billion extra to the Treasury.
Okay.
If we don't raise taxes on the rich, it costs us $700 billion.
Okay.
Flat out wrong. You're using static accounting. Because if that $700 billion is allowed to stay in private hands, it will create a lot more jobs and create a lot more expansion of the economy than if you give it to the government.
Well, listen, again, a perfect argument for never having any taxes, but that falls apart, that whole Laffer curve stuff. Remember, it looked so beautiful when they did it on the charts and all.
You're wrong.
You raise taxes, you collect less.
You're wrong.
You raise taxes, you collect less. It's factual.
So we should then, maybe we should have no taxes and then we'll get all.
No, that's a false argument.